More pickups. Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today it's more pickups because why not do a video? So yeah, kicking this off, I picked up, this is based on Leon over at Leon Talks Films recommendation. That is Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Now, I've never liked this movie, but according to Leon, the director's cut is a much more enjoyable and coherent story, and apparently it's one of his favourites. So I thought I'm going to take, benefit of the doubt and see how I feel about this movie on a rewatch, but I'm going to be rewatching the director's cut. So hopefully this is going to be a much better rewatch than the theatrical cut, which I just generally think is almost an unwatchable movie. But yeah, Leon, looking forward to rewatching this based on your recommendation. Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, should I say. That's that. Next up is, it's looking to be one of my favourite movies of the year, and that is Bullet Train. This film has so much love and care and passion poured into it. It's got so much character and identity, and it's just wonderfully written. The dialogue is just fucking witty and just smart and clever and funny and just really just enjoyable. Just watching these characters just like talk to each other is just a fucking joy to experience on screen, and the action is pretty great as well. And I think the film just looks great. It's shot wonderfully, and I just feel like all the characters are memorable in this film. Every character that is not Brad Pitt is still as memorable as Brad Pitt's character, and I really like Brad Pitt's character in this film. He's basically this guy who works for this agency. He had some time away. He doesn't really want to do the more kind of brutal stuff he used to do, and he just wants to do a quick, easy job, get some money, and go home. And he wants just to be a bit more chilled about it. But he gets on this bullet train, and all shit kind of goes wrong, and pretty much everyone is after the exact thing he is turned up to get, basically. It almost feels like a Quentin Tarantino movie in places, with the certain edits, and the dialogue is almost kind of like Guy Ritchie-esque. It's just so cool. If you like just funny, action-packed, just colourful characters, and just a wonderful movie in that regard, I think you can have a good time with this movie. And it's a film on a train, and I've got a soft spot for those movies. That's Bullet Train. Next up, we have a film that I had to like look twice when this was announced from 88 Films. Of all the movies to get an actual 4K, I actually couldn't believe it that this got a 4K, and that is the 1980 exploitation classic. Don't know about that. Cannibal Holocaust, guys. It got a 4K from 88 Films. I genuinely cannot believe I'm holding this in my hands. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of this movie, I feel like it's so historic in the horror genre. It's so legendary that I had to kind of own it on 4K just for the collection. I'm probably thinking about rewatching this to give it a shot. You know, obviously check out the 4K transfer. But again, there's a review on my channel for this. I feel like it's almost like a very interesting narrative. Kind of shot in a very barbaric way, and if you look into the history of this movie and the story behind it, and there's a great documentary about this film on Cursed Films on Shudder, and it goes into depth of how the actual actors who are in this film feel about this movie, and you hear some horrific stories about certain things that I don't really want to get into on YouTube. But yeah, there's the behind the scenes of this movie is almost as famous as the movie itself, or infamous, should I say. Yeah, but I feel like this is a really intriguing story that I generally enjoyed the way it went, but what we see in this movie is somewhat deplorable in some regard. But yeah, that's Cannibal Holocaust. Next up is a film I've heard great things about. I got this on a discount, which is really good in CX. CX never ever give discounts, but this they gave me a discount. This is the 4K of the Northman. The reason why I got a discount on this is because it's meant to have, apparently have the Blu-ray, but they didn't have the Blu-ray for it, so it's just the 4K disc, which I didn't really care about, but I got £2 off, which ain't too bad. So yeah, not bad for £10. Looking forward to checking this out. I've heard it's a really kind of just savage Viking revenge tale, and sometimes that's all you really need, is just a simple, straightforward revenge story. And the fact that it's like Norse mythology and Vikings gives it an edge, in my opinion. But yeah, that's the Northman. Next up is, I've noticed probably going to be on a lot of people's like disappointment of the year list, or maybe some of the people's worst lists. I don't know, but that is a Jurassic World Dominion. I had my fun with this movie for what it is. I do feel it has loads of problems, character-wise, story-wise, and generally like doesn't give you a chance to really digest on what you're seeing. It kind of goes to dino set piece to dino set piece at a brisk pace to the point of nausea, and the story is not really centered around dinosaurs, which I think is fucking ridiculous to me. But that being said, this is definitely a bombastic dinosaur movie with, quite frankly, really cool special effects, bombastic action, and yeah, it's just ridiculous. It's just over the top silliness, and on the big screen it was a lot of fun. It's got loads of problems. It might be one of the worst of the franchise, but I still think the Jurassic franchise is still one of the most consistent franchises. I think I enjoy all the movies. I did a tier list a few weeks ago. You can check out where I placed this in that video. But yeah, I was going to get the 4K anyway, and I had a voucher, so I thought it was the best time to pick it up. That's Jurassic World Dominion. Next up, I'll just all premium collection. Now, it's always the case where I'm like,
yeah, I'm done with premium collection now. Yeah, I'm done.
HMV are like, they're like off the stage going,
do you want 2 for £15, dickhead?
Well, I mean, when you put it like that, HMV, I might have to go.
Thank you, give me money. He just said that he wasn't going to buy any more premium, but we had 2 for 15.
This is the only ever time I ever buy premium collection titles. But I picked up a film called Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. Now, I didn't realise this until I bought this, really, that there is a 2010 movie of the same name that is apparently inspired by this original 1973 movie. It was like a made-for-TV horror film about these little demons that these kids can see. No one else can see them, but these kids can see them. I didn't like the 2010 kind of like reimagining, remake, I suppose you called it. But I'm really looking forward to checking out this original title. On the back it says, quite possibly the best made-for-TV horror movie ever, which is a bold statement. That comes from a late film. Never heard of them, but oh well. Yeah, this just sounded cool. 2 for 15, grabbed it. A film that has recently been released on 4K in some quite nice editions, actually. It's a film that I've heard just, waves of positive press from all my life, pretty much. It's like being one of those big title movies that I just remember hearing about growing up and stuff like that, but I've never watched it. And Premium Collection put out this really nice 3-disc edition. It's a bit more, the packaging's a bit more fatter than the other editions. That is Casablanca. As you can see, the spine is like a lot more beefier. But yeah, I thought I grabbed this because it's a film that I've been sort of intrigued by. It's kind of like this like detective romance noir movie, which sounds quite cool to me. I like those kind of noir movies, detective films. Bit of romance doesn't hurt anyone. But yeah, the weird thing is, they had this 2 for 15 deal on a week before I bought this, and this wasn't in the deal. And then I came back a week later and it was in the deal. So I thought, perfect time to pick this up. That's Casablanca. Next up is a film called The Hidden. Now, I know nothing about this movie. The blurb on the back sold it to me. It's basically about this entity that's taken over the police force and making them basically commit heinous murders, and apparently they love heavy metal and stuff like that. So it's a creature feature in all things based on the blurb anyway. So I'm like, I love my creature features. This kind of sounds like The Thing, but like police movie as well. I don't know what it is, but let me know, guys, if you've seen this one. Sounds really cool. It's from the 80s, and it's, you know, it's got a thing for heavy metal. I love my heavy metal. If you don't know, guys. But yeah, The Hidden. Next up, the final pick of this video is a film called Chinatown. Now, I was saying about you know, detective noir movies before, and I used to see this artwork all over the place, and I just really want to check it out. Apparently it's amazing. It's got Jack Nicholson in it, and it's got Faye Dunaway as well. I did have the DVD of this a few months ago. I think I started to watch it, but I think I fell asleep because I was really tired. But I thought $2.15, perfect time to upgrade to the Blu-ray and give it a proper watch in high definition. But yeah, really looking forward to this. Apparently it's just really good. I love the artwork. I think the artwork is spectacular on this release. And yeah, see how I feel about that. That is Chinatown. That is all the pickups in this video, guys. It's not everything I picked up. It's just the highlights. I feel like, you know, the most notable stuff that I could show off. But I'm pretty happy about that. HMV, once again, always doing their 215s on premiums, and that is always sucking me in to getting more premium titles. Now, I think I'm done. I am not done, but thus is a life of a collector. Am I right, guys? Anyway, guys, as always, if you like what you see here and you want to see more, maybe if you like any of this stuff, hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. It'd be really awesome if you could be a new subscriber here. I talk about just Godzilla movies, collecting movies, 4Ks, all sorts of fucking jazz. It's mental. Anyway, guys, I will see you next time, I suppose. Bye.